So it has been quite a while since I've done one of these Seibertron toy gallery videos, and I know my first time around it wasn't the most successful, popular video. I don't care. I had such a blast making it, I wanted to do it again, but this time, I wanted to kind of switch it up a little bit. I kind of turned it into a bit of a game. So basically, the rules of the game are in the comments as well if you want to play along. But essentially, you can earn points through these toy galleries. How I've decided to do this. So you have a potential to earn 8 points per each page. That means you own every single figure. You own the exact thing, the exact deco, you own it. However, if you own a repaint of it with absolutely no retooling, you get half a point. If you used to own it and got rid of it, sorry, no points. But basically, you can only earn points if you own the exact toy or if you own an exact repaint of the toy. So if you have the same thing but with a different head, doesn't count. It needs to be an exact repaint of the toy. So I'm going to be playing along. I'm going to be keeping my score, and I will unveil it at the end. Let me know down in the comments if you want to play along too, what your score is. There will be 12 rounds in this video, so you will have the potential to earn up to 96 points. If I say 80 points in the video, I thought there were just 10 rounds, but I did 2 pages over. I didn't realize. Sorry, my bad. I don't know how long I'll feel like recording this, but we'll just keep on going. So our first page here, we are starting off with Fix It from Transformers Adventures. It's not Transformers RID, it's the Japanese version, Adventures. That looks like the one-step changer. I used to own that mold, but I got rid of it once the Little Legion class came out, so I can't get a point towards that. Lockdown from Constructbots. This one's interesting because I used to own this toy. I used to own it, but I got rid of it. But then I got its head in a random tub of Lego. I'm not gonna count it, because I can't just count a head as owning the whole toy. But still, it's one I used to have. I kind of like the head sculpt on that, though. I was kind of happy to see that again. It's kind of a fun thing. This titanium Unicron is such a weird one. I don't think I own this. I want to own it, but basically it's one of those smaller titanium figures, and apparently the black wash is so thick on it that it will come off on your fingers if you try to handle this out of the package. So that's funny. So this one I will earn half a point. Skywarp from Generations Combiner Wars. I don't own Skywarp, but I have Thundercracker. So that gets me half a point on this page. So far, there's something. It's a really interesting mold, honestly. I think I did a YouTube short on it. I was very surprised I was able to transform a leader class in less than a minute, but I did. That took so many takes to do that, though. Next up, this is one I'd like to get. Titans Return Optimus Prime. I feel like it's one that I kind of overlooked because I was just thinking, oh, I'll just get Octane. I don't need Optimus, but hey, I love Optimus Primes nowadays. So that's one I want, but no point. Shokaract? I've never heard of that one. Obviously, it's a Beast Wars Rampage repaint. I love Beast Wars Rampage. I don't own the original toy. I'd love to, but I'm kind of just waiting for like a new leader class from whatever line. They got to do Rampage at some point. They got to bring us Beast Wars Rampage. But that's a really cool redeco. This one gets me a point. Convoy from Revoltech. I do actually own Revoltech Optimus Prime / Convoy. That is a toy I own. It's not 100% complete, but I own it, so I'm going to count it. It's pretty neat. It's the older style Revoltech. It's not like Amazing Yamaguchi. I keep forgetting they did make an Amazing Yamaguchi Optimus. Never got that one, but it's a pretty neat one. And last, but not least, Animated Lugnut. That is one of the last animated figures I need to get. I know it's way too small. It's way too small to be Lugnut. He should have been a leader class. But it's, you know, I've got the Reveal the Shield one, so I have a Lugnut, and that one is a better toy. But, man, I'd love to get that one. So from this page, I unfortunately only have 1.5 points. Could be better, could be worse, but hey, let's keep this train rolling. Next up, we got Groove. G1 Groove. Is it Groove I have? I know I have one of the G1 Protectobots. I think I do have Groove. I think I have G1 Groove. I think so. I think I do. I'm going to give myself a point on that one. I'm going to give myself a point. That is one I'm pretty sure I have. Oh, wow, I'm actually going to get a lot of points on this page. Okay. Ramulus from Beast Wars Medals. Look at that head sculpt, dude. That's crazy. I don't know if I've even really seen that one before. The non-show appearing Beast Wars toys are such a big gap in my knowledge. I know some of the most iconic ones, obviously, but I don't think I've heard of the name Ramulus, but I've never really paid that toy any mind. Power Hook Optimus Prime. I think that's just the standard, like, All-Spark Battler Optimus from 2007. And I do have that toy. I do have it. It looks like, forgive me if it's a slight repaint, because it says Power Hook. I'm not exactly sure. I won't be clicking on the page to immediately find out, but I'm going to say that's just the standard, you know, Power Battler, whatever it was called, Optimus from 07. So that is another point for me on this page. Sinner Twin. Look at G1 Sinner Twin. Look at how bland that looks. Literally just looks like a few pieces of Lego squished together with a tiny little head. That is quite the figure. Don't own G1 Sinner Twin. I do have like the Prime Little Legion class one, and obviously I've got the Power of the Primes one. Love Sinner Twin, but don't have that one. Alrighty. Optimus Prime from Hero Mashers. That is one I have. I do have Optimus Prime from Hero Mashers. It's a Hero Masher. I know a lot of people aren't really interested in those. Me neither, but hey, it's a thing. So that's a point. RC from Beast Hunters, just got that one. I haven't opened it yet to film my review, but I'm very excited to delve deeper into Beast Hunters, and I do have the RC now, so that's another point. That is such a great mold, though, that original, like, RID Deluxe RC. I only had it still as Chromia, so I'm really excited to have it again with Beast Hunters RC. Ultra Magnus from RID. That's a very interesting one. He's kind of in the same boat as Thundertron, where he was made before his show appearance, and where Ultra Magnus actually appeared on the show, Thundertron never did. That Ultra Magnus design is actually different from what we saw in the show. It's similar, it's very similar, but it is different. Because in the show, he was basically like a slight Optimus Prime, like, remodel, reskin of sorts. Like, his truck mode was basically, you know, original Season 1 and 2 Optimus. But that RID toy, he has, like, a totally different truck mode, like, slightly different, you know, body parts that don't make him look so obviously like an Optimus Prime retool. He's not. He's a completely original figure. But I do have that one. Really good one. And then E-Hobby Nightstick. This is one where I can actually give myself half a point, because I do have Nightstick from the Reveal the Shield 2-pack. So I do have that mold, just not that clear E-Hobby version. So I got a lot of points on this page. Oh my gosh. Wow. How many points am I at now? I've got 7 points right now, so that's not bad. That's not bad. It's kind of interesting doing the point system, because it kind of assesses, like, how big your collection is, in a way, or how broad it is. Alright, next page, what we got? Ooh, let's go. The Constructicon Bat. So, a lot of you probably are not familiar with this toy. It was an SDCC exclusive. It is a Cobra Bat from G.I. Joe, repainted to look like a minion of the Constructicons. That is one of my absolute favorite Cobra Bat repaints. And yes, I do have it. I love that figure. It is so cool. So, that is... I don't know if anyone else will get a point for that one, but I do. I get a point for that one. Love it. I'll actually be getting quite a few points on this one, too. Oh my gosh. Acid Storm from Masterpiece. That looks like it might be the US release of Acid Storm. I kind of have a soft spot for the Masterpiece Seeker mold, the old one. I know a lot of people don't like it. I kind of have a soft spot for it. It doesn't hold a candle to even, like, the Earthrise Seeker, in my opinion. It's kind of odd. It's, nah. I have the Thundercracker. I have Thundercracker, so it gets me half a point, because I have the mold, but not that exact version. Pyra Magna. That's from the Victorion set. I never got the Victorion set. I wasn't interested. I didn't like the color scheme. I just wasn't interested in the molds that they used. It just didn't spark any interest in me whatsoever. The Japanese set, there was like a female Megatron and like all these cool bright neon and black colors. That was more tempting to get, but I didn't get that one either. But no point for me on that, since it's very heavily retooled from Onslaught. Wheelie from Henkei. So I do have this mold. I have it as Shadow Striker, aka Dark Wheelie. It's a neat one. It's a neat little wheelie mold. Definitely not something that any collector needs. I feel like if you need a wheelie in your life, just get the Studio Series one and you're set. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Terrorcon Cliff Jumper. I always forget that's a thing. Back in the day for Transformers Prime, they called their little Legion class figures EZ Collection, which I think is really cute because it's like, oh, the collection's easy to collect. I do have that mold as Tailgate. It honestly looks really cool in clear purple. That looks really cool. I think they did that for the Deluxe too, didn't they? Just like a clear purple Cliff Jumper. I wouldn't mind getting that, but hey, half a point. I'm getting a lot of half points on this one. Long Arm from 2007. I don't know if I can count this one. I don't know if it's fair for me to count this one. Because I do have Long Arm from 2007. But I have the one that came in the movie scene pack where it had a little Michaela, like, molded into the truck seat. So my rules are... so frustrating. My rule is... it has to be the exact same figure or a repaint of it and no retools. But should I make an exception for this? I feel like I can't. I can't do that. I should get a point for him. I do have him, but I can't break my own rule. I can't do it. So, Long Arm, unfortunately, is one that I cannot count. Purely based off a technicality. I have the Hoist repaint too, so oh, wait! I can get half a point. Because I have the Hoist repaint. I can get half a point for Long Arm. I can get half a point. Let's go. Let's go. I can get half a point. Oh, I love this. So, there was one night I was like, I had to stay up late for work. And while I was at work, I could just like mess around on my phone because it was super late. And I was playing this game with myself. And that's where I got this video idea. This is so fun. I love this. Topspin, 1984. Do I have G1 Topspin? I think I do, yeah. Yeah, I have Topspin and Twin Twist. I think my Topspin doesn't have any stickers on him, though. I need to get him stickers. But I do have G1 Topspin. Very, very cool, like, jump starter. I love the jump starters. They're great. So that's a point. And then Seibertron Hotshot. Very excited for the new Legacy version. Very excited. But obviously, me being a Seibertron fanboy, I do have the original. Definitely expect an old versus new when that one comes out. I got a lot of points on this page, too. I'm surprised. All right, let's keep this train rolling. Let's see what we got next. Okay. Okay. I think my winning streak is starting to come to a bit of an end here. Let's keep it going. Doll Railer. Robots in Disguise. That looks like an Onslaught. Is that Onslaught's name in RID? Doll Railer? It's a weird name. I really want to get G1 Bruticus. Just a version of G1 Bruticus. But I do not have it yet. I just have Brawls. So I'm hoping I can get that or another version at some point. No point for me, unfortunately. G1 Blaster. I want to get the Walmart reissue. I want to start getting some more like G1 reissues. Because I only used to get them for like favorite characters. But now I kind of just want to start collecting G1s because I'm at that point where I still need to buy more Transformers. And I need to start branching out into things I don't really have yet. So, don't have Blaster, unfortunately. This one's going to be pretty light for me, I think. Energon Mirage. I want a repaint of him. I don't remember the name, but it's such a cool deco. I don't have Mirage because I'm holding out to find that repaint someday. Again, I don't remember the name, but it looks super cool. Unfortunately, no point there. Dark Energon Starscream. I can at least get half a point. I can get half a point because I do have first edition Starscream. I have this mold. I always loved those Dark Energon repaints that they did for, like, Big Bad Toy Store, I think. I don't think I have any of them. But I know for Optimus Prime, he was one of the only ones with, like, a retool because they actually gave him a head without the faceplate, and I thought that was really interesting. Very, very odd set of figures, those Dark Energon repaints. For whatever reason, Hero Masters Optimus Prime has come back again. Should I give myself a point? I mean, I only do own the one. It's like, can I even give myself a... I mean, it is a figure on this page that I do own. I'm going to give my... Should we give points for duplicates? Should we? I feel like we should. Because we're just assessing how many we own on this page to get the points. So, I'm going to give myself I'm going to give myself the point on that one. Very light. Night Ops Bumblebee, that looks like a repaint of the Ultra figure. The one that, like, you do, like, that cool twist transformation of. I do have that. I do have the twist transformation figure. So I guess that's half a point. Sunrunner, that is a very obscure G1. I don't even know if I've ever seen that one. Looks cool. Don't have it. Looks cool, though. And then Subscription Service Frenzy. I do think I own that mold, because I think that's the same mold that came with Swerve, with, like, the Buzzsaw. Like, the Buzzsaw, like, what were they called? Arms Micron. He's got, like, a Buzzsaw. And it makes sense given that to, you know, Barricade to be Frenzy. So, yeah, I do have that one. Only half points here, for the most part. But hey, not too bad, not too bad. We're making progress. Alright, G1 Perceptor. Just like Blaster. It's one that I would love to have the reissue of, but I just don't have it yet. It's one I'll get. I love G1 Perceptor's head sculpt. That is so cool. I'm so happy they were able to give that to us in modern day form with Magnificus. Just something about Perceptor with that sharp angled faceplate looks so cool to me. Beast Wars Metals Rhinox. It's so odd that Rhinox got a Transmetal toy when he was never a Transmetal in the show. Very, very odd. Still cool. Still cool, though. Definitely digging it. I do have that Optimus Prime bot shot, but I don't have it with the launcher. So, I'll give myself half a point on that one. Because I don't even know if I have that exact deco, because I know they did several different decos of Bot Shots Optimus. And by the way, I haven't been able to say it in a video yet. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped that they're bringing back Bot Shots for Transformers 1. I can't believe they're doing that. I'm so hyped. R.I.D. Thunderhoof. I have a lot of the Thunderhoof toys. Don't have that one. I think it's the Ultra class. Looks alright. Looks very nicely painted, though. I'll give it that. Blue Streak from Combiner Wars. I would have been able to give myself half a point if I had kept my Combiner Wars Prowl, but unfortunately I did not. So, yup. That's a good head sculpt, though. That's a really good head sculpt for Blue Streak. I like that. Rodimus Convoy from United. I can give myself half a point, because I do have the RTS Hot Rod repaint of that one. I do have that toy, just in different colors. And same can be said for G2 Ramjet, the club figure. I have all the cone heads in the original Classic Seeker form. Love those figures. I do have the new ones, obviously. I have the Earthrise ones, but I always keep my Classics ones in the Jet modes, because it's so iconic. Quick Draw Hound. I used to have that, because I had, like, this weird Hound focus for a while, where I just, like, had a minor little shelf section dedicated to Hound. I don't know why. Like, I like Hound, but he's not, like, a top favorite of mine. So, yeah, this page doesn't give me a lot of points. Alrighty, next page, what we got? Ooh, interesting ones. Definitely interesting. Nightstick from Transformers Henkei. That is a mold we've already talked about. I do have that mold, so I can give myself a half point on that one. Bulkhead from Arms Micron. Oh, no, it's an Arms Micron. I can't get the point. Because with Arms Microns, they remolded them to have the ports. So I can't give myself a point for Arms Micron Bulkhead. That's a very interesting mold, though. I do like that old Bulkhead mold, but it's just very, I don't know. Like, you can see with the head, I do appreciate it has an articulated jaw, but the jaw is just cast in silver plastic and the face is painted silver, so it always kind of looked odd. And you can see his mouth is open in that picture. So you're kind of like, you know, he looks so odd with just the mouth open. I think I painted the mouth on mine black, if I'm not mistaken, to kind of make it look proper. Loyal Subjects Cobra Commander, that's an odd one. I don't have that. Autojetter from Beast Wars 2. Look at that head sculpt. That's sick. That is such a cool looking head sculpt. I like that. I like that. Don't have it, but I think I need to track him down. That is a cool looking figure. Convoy Grand Prime. Ooh, that's a toughie. Can I even count that? Because it's a whole combiner. Like, I don't even know every element of the combiner for that box set. But I feel like I want to judge it by what I'm seeing right now. and that is the Unite Warriors redeco of Combiner Wars Optimus Prime. And I do have Combiner Wars Optimus Prime, so I'll give myself half a point on that one, because that is something I own, but, and I just, you know, it's not retooled at all from Unite Warriors to Combiner Wars. But yeah, I'll give myself the point. I used to have one-step Grimlock. Used to have it. Got rid of a lot of my repetitive one-steps, the ones that had the same kind of transformation schemes as other ones. I think I kept Slash out of the ones that transform like that Grimlock does, because the Slash just, the colors pop so much on it. I want to get that little Legends Jazz. That, like, I want to expand my Legends collection a bit more. And that Jazz just looks really good. And also, I feel like if I got it, then I could have, like, a really nice, like, core Legends class team of the 2007 movie Autobots in G1 form. I don't know, I always obsess about having different iterations of the 07 Autobot cast. It's such an iconic casting of Autobots. Year of the Snake Omega Supreme. I remember I wanted to get that one, because I'm like, oh, I need an Omega Supreme for my collection. That's my only option. And then Siege came around before I had a chance to get that, and then I'm like, oh, never mind. I love the Siege Omega Supreme. I would say it's probably my favorite Titan class. I need to get the Guardian Robot. I don't have that Guardian Robot yet. I told myself, next paycheck, it's only like 150 bucks on Amazon. I should just get it. It sucks that it's only 150 bucks. I used to be the retail for him. Anyways, how many points do I get here? 1. I get 1 point. Wowzer. Alright, what's next? Ooh, I got some points on this one. I got some points. Alright. So, Shockwave from Robot Heroes. I do have this cute little guy. I wanted the main Decepticons in Robot Heroes form, and just look at him. He's adorable. I love Robot Heroes. If you don't know, they're like the Transformers equivalent of Galactic Heroes and Superhero Squad. You know, they did various lines like that back in the day. Beast Wars Scourge. That's a cool looking head sculpt. That's really cool looking. Scourge is a more obscure Beast Wars figure. I'm familiar with that one, but I love that head sculpt. That's one you don't really see a lot. I do have Combiner Wars Silverbolt. That is still a very, very nice, perfectly serviceable Silverbolt. I say that because I think we're going to be getting new aerial bots, and I don't know how I feel about that. But, I don't know, man. I feel like it can't really get too much better than Combiner Wars. Do I really need the aerial bots all over again? I don't think so. Ramjet from Masterpiece. It's retooled, so I can't say I have that one. But yeah, I'm happy they did do the Coneheads in Masterpiece, but I feel like, especially with Masterpiece seemingly coming to a close, it's kind of surprising where I'm waiting for characters that I guess they'll just never make. Like, where's Masterpiece Galvatron? You know? They never finished the 86 cast. Never got Cup or Springer or Blur. We got Magnus, Hot Rod, and RC. I don't know. Masterpiece collectors, if you're a Masterpiece collector, you have to be a third-party collector to have a comprehensive collection. And it's just so expensive. It's such a deep rabbit hole. I could never. I'm happy with mainline. A Centaur from Seibertron. That looks like a little Minicon guy. I don't think I have that one. I know it says it's from Seibertron, but I'm guessing that's just like an Armada or a Energon carryover. That's an odd one. I don't think I have that. Zad 2 from Arms Micron. Why do I feel like I have Zad 2? Why do I feel like I have him? That face looks familiar to me. That face looks familiar. Give me a second. That one I feel compelled to click and find out. Oh, absolutely not. I've never seen that before in my life. That is a weird, weird thing. No, don't have that one. G1 Muzzle. Look at that little guy. He looks like a little headmaster guy. Looking cute. I like that little overspray on the face. Appreciate that. Don't have that one, obviously. And then Bumblebee. That is the activator from Animated. I do have that one. I do. I have that one. It's cute. It's a nice serviceable little Bumblebee if you want a Bumblebee that scales more properly with your Animated collection. It's funny, it's about the size of the new Legacy one. I think I showed it too in my old versus new on Animated Bumblebee. I think I showed that one. But yeah, I got 3 points on this page. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Ooh, this page is rough. This page is rough. I got a couple, though. I got some, but not a lot. Razor Beam from Power Core Combiners. First of all, you have a very bionicle-looking face, good sir. You look like the white Toa. I'm blanking on his name right now. I'm sure someone's immediately going to go in the comments and say, "Oh, the white Toa is that name." I have like a few figures of it. I should know. Kopaka? I think his name's Kopaka. I think so. Is that who it is? I don't remember. Because Toa, the main Toa, is, oh geez, what's the name of the, or is the fire Toa Kopaka? I don't even remember. Whatever. Anyways, I'll probably remember later. Energon Dead End. I get a half a point on that. I do get a half a point on that because I do have that Dead End mold with my TF 2010 Unicron. Such an odd head sculpt on that though. I've always envisioned the circle in front to be like a big old nose. I don't know why. Chop Saw from RTS. That is a nice looking deco of that mold. I have the Revenge of the Fallen deco. I have the original version. I don't even remember his name. I should, but I don't. It's a good figure though. I really like that deco. I might have to track that down. G1 Hammer. Looks like a little Micromaster guy. Don't have that one. Looks neat though. Looks neat. Cyberfire Bumblebee. Let's go. Love that one. Absolutely iconic. One of my favorite Bumblebee redecos. Look at those eyes. He's so red and so evil. I love it. You need to get Cyberfire Bumblebee if you don't have it. Q Transformers Lockdown. I want a Q Transformers figure really bad. I don't have a single Q Transformer. Because when they came out, they were really kind of hard to get. And to import them, it just cost way too much unless you bought a ton of them. And I just wanted one. And I just never got a Q Transformer. I never see them around really at the toy department or other aftermarket places. I've never seen them at cons. I don't think I've ever seen a Q Transformer in person at all. I would love to have one. But I don't know. Daros, Super God Master Force. I didn't know that was Skullgrin's Japanese name. I had no idea. That's cool. I think Skullgrin's a much cooler name, but hey, you know, Daros, that's a neat name too. Don't have G1 any Pretenders, but Skullgrin's a cool one. If I had any G1 Pretender, it would be Skullgrin. And then Dark of the Moon Megatron. I do have that. I do have the Commander Class Dark of the Moon Megatron. So I do have, I at first was hesitant, but I came out of this with 3 points. That's not too bad. Could have been worse. And this one, okay. So Ratchet from RID. That is not the deluxe. That is definitely not the deluxe. I'm not sure what version of Ratchet that is, but I have the deluxe. But I don't have that one. Doesn't look bad though. I kind of like RID Ratchet, especially the, well, I say deluxe, warrior class technically. It's a nice figure. It's a nice figure. Full Tilt from Platinum Edition. That is Triptychon's little buddy. I love the Titan's Return Full Tilt. It's a really underrated figure. But I don't have G1 Full Tilt. Something about him, he's just such a basic looking robot. That is a very nice little toy right there. Next up is Sunstorm. I can give myself half a point on this one, because again, I have Thundercracker. I really love the colors of Masterpiece Sunstorm. Look at how bright that is. We still need an Earthrise mold Sunstorm. We don't have Sunstorm yet, or at least the Siege mold, because Sunstorm only appeared on Seibertron, so honestly, the Siege mold would make more sense. We don't have Sunstorm yet. We need Sunstorm. He's one of the most iconic, like, thirdiary Seekers. I feel like, because they're secondary, I feel like there's a word for thirdiary, but I don't think it's thirdiary. I love Sunstorm. I hope we get a new figure of him. Rumble. I do have that Rumble. That is one I have. So I can at least get the point on that. Very odd that for alternators, they decided to make one of the Soundwave cassette minions into a full-size car. That is so odd to me. They didn't make Soundwave in alternators, but they made his minions. So weird. So odd. Leozak from Victory. Loving those colors. Unfortunately, that Japanese era of G1 is a very, very big gap in my knowledge and in my collection. So I don't have Leozak. I'd love to have a version of Leo Kaiser. The Combiner Wars one was not doing it for me. Nuh-uh. But hopefully they'll do a new Leo Kaiser at some point. I wouldn't mind that being like a HasLab. I would be all over that. Ground Spike from Power Core Combiners. I don't think I have that mold. I don't think I have Ground Spike. I don't have a lot of the clear Minicon guys from Power Core. I think I only have like one or two, but I don't think Ground Spike's one of them. I wanted to look, and he came with Heavy Tread, which makes it so I really want to have Ground Spike, because Heavy Tread is my most wanted Power Core Combiner figure. I love tanks, and this looks like one of the coolest underrated tank Transformers. Something about Heavy Tread. He's been pretty high on my radar for quite some time now. I'm hoping to get him someday, but Power Core is just such an underrated line. You don't really see him out and about. Not really at all. Combiner Wars Mirage is one I never owned. I never got Mirage. It's funny how they decided to take the picture of the fan mode version, where the front of the race car is like the chest. That's just the fan mode of him. That's not the proper transformation. And then S.2, I actually have. Oddly enough, that little Arms Micron, I have him because he came packed in with Smokescreen. And I love Arms Micron Smokescreen. I kind of like it more than the Beast Hunters one. I'd still love to have a nice version of Beast Hunter Smokescreen, properly painted. APC Toys, please get on that. But S2, he's a, little guy that comes with him. I have him. So, not a lot of points on this page. 2.5? I'll take it. Alright, just a few pages left, and this one's interesting. This one's very interesting. Okay. So, Slide from G1, looks like another Micromaster, looks like another no point. Something about the Micromasters, I really don't like them. Even when they started redoing them for like Earthrise and all that, I just wasn't feeling it. I like small Transformers, right? I like them when they're the size of a Hot Wheel. Legion class, Legends class, I love that size. But any smaller, and you lose me. I don't know why. I don't like that tiny size for cars. I can do a Hot Wheel size, but Micromasters I just don't vibe with. Look at the colors on that little Robot Heroes Megatron. That's an odd one. That's very odd. Don't have that. I don't think I would ever want that. That looks ugly. That looks really ugly. No thank you. Nuh-uh. Slapper. Slapper from Transformers Armada. I love Transformers names sometimes. Look at that. Slapper. What a guy. What a guy. Galvatron from G1. That is the reissue that's in the all proper anime colors. I'd love to own that redeco of G1 Galvatron. Unfortunately, I do not have that, but I do have an original Galvatron, so I can at least get half a point on that. I can at least get half a point. Broadcast from Transformers Collection. Always interesting that Blaster's Takara name is Broadcast. I don't know, if you think about it, Optimus Prime, his name's just Convoy. It's funny how many G1 names are totally different over in Japan. Already said it. Don't have that mold. Love to have it. Wolfang. This is a tricky one, because I do have Wolfang. I have the Walmart reissue of Wolfang. I don't have the original Beast Wars, and that's the original Beast Wars that's showing. And I know there's probably some deco differences. So I can only give myself half a point, unfortunately, because it's not the exact figure that we're looking at right there. So if I was so picky about, earlier about Strong Arm or Long Arm, I have to be picky there. RTS Perceptor. Ew, gross. Hate that thing. Never liked it. Never will like it. I used to have it. I got rid of it as soon as the Titans Return one came out. I just don't like it. Look at that face, too. Such a weird face. Not a fan. Nuh-uh. No thank you. I'd love to have that G2 Optimus, though. Look at that. Optimus Prime right on the chest. So lame. So lame. I'd love to have that, though. A lot of people are wondering if they'll retool the Volvo Optimus into that version of G2 Prime, because the alt modes and the transformation schemes are kind of similar. I feel like they could pull it off, but I would love to have the original at someday. It's funny how many different molds G2 Optimus had. That's a version of G2 Prime we have not really seen since G2. I hope we get that one at some point. So only 1 point on this one for me, just a couple half points. We only have 2 more left. Let's see how we do. Optimus Prime movie from Robot Heroes. I do have that one. I do have that. Very odd looking guy, but I have him. G2 Blastoff. Look at the paint on the eyes. It's just big old globs of red. I dig it. Don't have it, but I dig it. I do have that Bludgeon mold but I don't have it as Bludgeon. I have it as the white repaint from 07. I don't remember the name. Jeez. I should say the pre-paint, because that Bludgeon's the repaint of the one from 07. I'm totally blanking on his name. I know his name. I'm just blanking. But it's a neat one. Slog. Slog is an odd one. Number one, because why didn't they just name him Sludge? Because, you know, they could have just named him Sludge. They decided to rename him Slog. Very cool figure, though. Very cool. I would love to see more love for Slog, but I doubt that's ever going to happen. Very cool figure, though. I do have that one. Powerhook Optimus showing up again, for whatever reason. I mean, I gave myself another point with Hero Mashers Prime, so I got to there. Very odd to see him showing up again. Dark of the Moon Rodimus. I would love to have that Little Legends Rodimus mold, just like the Prowl I talked about earlier, but don't have it. I would love to have it, but I don't have it. I want to get more of those old Legends. I really do. Dead End from Transformers Encore. I have already established I do have that Dead End mold, so that's a half point at least. And Mr. Potato Head Optimus Prime. I am a proud owner of Optimash Prime. I'm a proud owner. Love him. Love him to death. So great. I actually got a decent amount of points here. I got like, what, 4? I got 4 points? No, wait. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4.5, right? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I got 5 points. Wow. That's not bad, because I got all the ones in the corners. And then I have Bludgeon and Dead End repainted. 5 points. Wow. I'm getting there. All right, last round, and then I will tally my total, and we will be able to assess our final grades. So, my initial look, this one's a little rough, but not too bad. Not too bad. Megatron from Seibertron. That is the Little Legends mold. I really want to get like all of the Little Legends class Seibertron molds. I got the Hot Shot mold repainted into Red Alert, I think, and that one's cute. It's cute. I do have that Megatron mold as Galvatron, so it's half a point. Not bad. Deep Desert Brawl from Transformers 2007. I would love to own that. I want to own every Brawl. Don't have that one yet. I don't even have a fully complete leader class Brawl yet. I have one that's like nearly complete, so I'm going to count it, but it's missing like the tank barrel and like 1 or 2 other pieces here and there. Yeah, it's one that I would love to own complete. Again, with original Brawl, I always see like a big old frown, and I can't imagine the face being underneath that frown guard. As you can see, it just looks like 2 little lines. There's no mouth down there. I just have always seen it as like this big frown, and I feel like I will always see it that way as long as they don't sculpt the teeth. Yeah, really cool mold for sure. Blast Off from Seibertron, Fall of Seibertron. That is quite the deco. Those original FOC Combaticons. Sometimes I want to call them Stunticons. I don't know why. Those original FOC Combaticons. Those decos were garish. I used to own the original garish decos, but then I got the more color accurate, like Platinum Edition set. So, you know, I've half a point. Nice to have that. Generations Armada Starscream. That's looking like the Takara repaint. That is way nicer in color than the one that I have. Is it? I had to double check. That's absolutely the Takara version. Half a point, though. Really nice mold. Definitely enjoy my Starscream I have, for sure. The original deluxe. I did just get the Legacy Voyager. I was going to wait for a Thundercracker repaint, but I was able to get it for like 16 bucks. So I decided, hey, what the hell? I'll just go ahead and get it. And then Anakin Skywalker, the Twilight. I had no idea they had a Transformer of Anakin that turned into the Twilight. I had no idea they made that one. That's so cool. That is neat. Wow. I'm going to have to look at that gallery after this. Swerve, G1 Swerve. Don't have that one. It's so interesting his face is just all red. They didn't paint that at all. I'm really hoping we get a new deluxe Swerve here soon, especially since we have a new Gears. I'm really hoping they give us a Swerve out of that. Wipeout from United. That is a repaint of the very awesome Reveal the Shield Scout Class Wind Charger. If you don't have that Wind Charger, you should get that Wind Charger. I would like to see a new Deluxe Wind Charger, but even if they do make a new Deluxe, I would never get rid of that Scout one. It's just such a good Wind Charger. It's so good. It's just such a nice, basic car boy. So, hey, half a point. Not bad. And then Blaze. Good old Blaze. Looking neat. Looking G2-y. Looking like something I don't own. Alrighty. That's it. So, what is my total tally after all of this? So, out of a potential 96 points you could earn, I earned 34.5. Not bad. It's definitely a pretty tough game. It's a tough game. And the half points, especially when you see, like, the total you could have reached, kind of hurts it at the end. But hey, 34 is not bad. 34 is definitely not bad. I'd love to know your score. If you played along, please post your score in the comments. I would love to kind of see your collections. And I'd also love to see if you saw any figures here you've never seen before. Did you see any new figures you want to track down? Here, you know what? Just for fun, let's take a look at this Anakin. Let's see what he has going on. What are those colors? Why does it look like that? Why does it look like that? That is ugly. The robot's not too bad, but the colors on the Twilight itself. Huh? Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun playing along. I definitely had fun filming this, that's for sure. Again, let me know your scores down in the comments. Very, very interested in seeing that. I might do this again. I'll give it some time, but I might do this again. I might make it a live stream game. We'll see. But I just wanted to make a video on it for fun. I don't know. I was bored. I found myself doing this again, and I decided, hey, I want to film this and make it a fun game for my fans. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Special shout out to channel members as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.